Hey, hi, it's Meredith. I'm here with our message for making the most of Mercury retrograde for Friday, the 27th of May. We will be using Tarot of the Abyss for our message. Our overall theme from the Major Arcana deck, the lovely ladies of the Major Arcana. Oh, nice. We have the Fool. A new beginning, a fresh start, fresh leg of the journey. I can feel this too. I feel as if we've all turned a corner, turned a page in some way. Unique to each and every one of us, of course. And, you know, we're nearing the end of Mercury retrograde, so we can all start to feel how that energy magnetizes, demagnetizes within us. So you might be feeling the grip of Mercury retrograde and its influence on your awareness start to lighten up or loosen. Yeah, fantastic. Let's see what else the Fool will connect to as we go on with the reading. Our next card comes from the Heal Yourself Oracle, and we have Help from Above. Really nice. Look at that beautiful moon right there on the card. And so this card relates to the universe, the pure raw energy of love charging the universe. And this would be our guides, our angels, our own soulful awareness. I feel the essence of channeling on this card as well. So help from above could be messages that we receive spontaneously from our guides and our angels. So as we make the most of Mercury retrograde in the here and now, let's be listening to our guides and angels. I was listening to a reader yesterday on YouTube, and she brought through a message specific to my zodiac sign about hearing sirens at a distance, and she got the message that she was hearing from Archangel Michael. You know, letting one know that hearing sirens at a distance could be a sign of Archangel Michael's presence. And just before I started this reading, I heard sirens at a distance. So thank you, Archangel Michael, and thank you for blessing the reading. Okay, let's get into our tarot. First two cards. Wow, we have the artwork in this deck is incredible. We have the Sun, really interesting. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Sun, we've seen quite a bit of this card lately, and you know it's the happiest card in tarot, and we are all so super happy to see it when we turn it over. We also know that as it shines love, bliss, and happiness into our world, it also illuminates the subconscious. And what could it be illuminating there in the Four of Pentacles? First and foremost, we're going to go to the fact that it is a 4, so it is super stable. We find ourselves in a stable environment, on a stable foundation, holding all those coins. And the traditional message of this card is to let go. Don't hoard or hang on to or cling to any kind of thing or energy. So what is it in your self-relationship that you feel ready to let go of? How is the Sun illuminating your subconscious? So look to programming, look to repetitive patterns, look to persistent waves of emotional experience and how you feel within those emotional experiences. Likely it's something that's quite grounded in your personality. Where does it come from? Does it serve you? Are great questions. And are you willing to maintain a contract with that energy? This is something that we've been talking about from the cards lately, maybe from 2 days ago. Regardless of when we were talking about it, we are becoming much more mindful of how we make contracts with ourselves, how we commit ourselves to certain ways of being, thinking, and doing. And one of the ways we do that is most especially in relationship. And I think that's where we saw this come out of the cards the other day, where, let's say, for example, I'll use myself as an example. Many years ago, when I broke up from a pretty profound relationship, I recall saying to myself, I don't ever want to love anyone like that again. That's some good old-fashioned ego speak right there. And you know what's fascinating is that I didn't. Because I made that kind of contract with myself. And I didn't say it just one time. I said it multiple times because that breakup was rather painful and life-altering way back when. So I didn't. And then eventually when there was another relationship, I didn't love that way again. Yeah. And since then, I don't love that way at all, because as I look back on what I was holding to here on my own Four of Coins at the time, it was clinging and grasping out of a sense of fear. And, you know, the ego desires to keep us safe. And the sun would desire us to live freely. Well, the sun wouldn't desire really anything for us at all, would it? It would simply bless us with the love, bliss, and happiness that we are capable of channeling and being in our world. So very valuable for us to take a look at what's under the microscope of our own ego conversation and how we make contracts with ourselves. So it's a beautiful combination of cards. Do what you will with it. Make something amazing of it for yourself. Accept the help from above and turn a corner with yourself. We've turned many corners, many times over, so we can embrace what's coming next as we step through portals and gateways. We've seen a bit of the Two of Wands, Three of Wands. We've already crossed a threshold and find ourselves in a whole new land. And because we've survived already some of our worst emotional experiences and come out the victor, much stronger in self-relationship than ever before, we can greet what's new and what's fresh in the here and now with a measure of self-mastery and most assuredly trusting ourselves deeply. Okay, next. Wow, look at this Two of Pentacles. Specifically, take a look at that artwork. It's like soulful presence, waking consciousness, and a pendulum swing between the two. So this shows readiness, right? It shows readiness for letting go. And we may be swinging from one perspective to another perspective. We may find ourselves in polarity as we entertain the idea of letting go of an outdated thought or feeling or way of being. So the Two of Pentacles is a card of balance and harmony, and many times it's spoken of as a card of overwhelm, as in we're juggling too many things at one time. I don't see this card that way at all. I see us not even juggling, just really well balanced in our personal flow. And you want to be well balanced in your personal flow to receive the messages that are on offer to us from our guides and angels, to channel them in a way that is really efficient to our spiritual growth and development. And we may find ourselves at two ends of a spectrum as we consider letting go of our Four of Coins, because it's familiar and it's habitual, and in some way it is strangely comforting. But familiar, comforting, and habitual don't necessarily mean that you're achieving your highest and greatest potential with this energy. So use the stable environment you find yourself in, draw the love of the universe into your being, and look at both ends of a spectrum, as in, if I stay here like this, holding on to my Four Coins, how does that serve me? If I let them go, how does that serve me? Ultimately, with the 4 and the 2, you get the 6 of Coins, which is reciprocity. So perhaps we need to let go in order to receive. All right, next we have, wow, another 4. It's the 4 of Cups. Holy moly. So look at the person. There's the one who pouts under the tree. You know, perhaps considering what was going on in those 3 cups, that last celebration of the 3 of Cups. And here the tree is offering up the next cup. And there are fresh roots, fresh growth in that cup. And this person's not even looking at it. Is there something that you are not considering, or you have considered but refuse to look at because it's uncomfortable? Because you are so familiar with your Four of Coins? The sun is shining right on whatever that is. And there's a gift in it for us if we choose to accept it. Then we have the Emperor. Oh, I like this. Look at him. There's Aries fire. You gotta love it. And I feel like as I look at his energy, I feel like he's conveying the message, can you hear yourself? Come on, get off the stump over here on the Four of Coins. Let go. There's so much more out there for you. Trust me, I know. I've been there, I've done it. And it's good advice that the Emperor brings. He's Aries fire. He's dynamic. He is the know-it-all in tarot, the father of tarot. He has so much to offer because of his experience. And the feeling here is with the sun highlighting the Four of Coins, the polarity we see here in the Two of Coins, a little bit of the apathy for, or the discomfort even for letting go of what is comfortable, and the Emperor saying, you can do this. You can absolutely do this. It's going to be good for you. It's really going to be good for you. I feel like he's also saying, really trust yourself. Okay, next card. Oh, Justice. And I feel this card is the answer to the Emperor. And as I look at Justice, I hear message received, energy balanced. Because Justice is all about balancing the scales and listening to the truth and following the truth, taking action upon the truth. And I also feel as we look at Justice, I'm hearing, I know that's true. I know that information, Emperor, is correct. So, excellent. Listen to your inner wisdom here. That's the message. Listen to what you're channeling from your guides and your angels, and feel free to set yourself free. Peace, love, joy, happiness to each and every one of you. Namaste.